guys, welcome back to our channel and welcome to 2026. Hope you guys had a lovely Christmas and New Year, and we hope you guys enjoyed our breakfast recipe that we shared with you. We have definitely shared scrambled tofu with you before. It's one of our go-tos, and we were really in the mood for some good plant-based protein to start the day, because after Christmas, kind of like your eating habits get a bit...
Yes, we've eaten a lot of vegan cheese and crackers over Christmas.
Lots of panettone and pastries for breakfast, which was amazing, but I think now it's like a little bit of a refresh, restart, and try and get back into some more nutritious eating, especially with the little wee one on the way, trying to fuel myself up with lots of healthy, nutritious foods. So yes, hope you enjoyed the scrambled tofu and avo on bagel.
This video is going to be a what I eat in a day video, so we're going to be bringing you breakfast, lunch and dinner. And the whole kind of idea behind this is really simple recipes that we would recommend a new vegan to eat. Whether you are trying out Veganuary, you're going vegan for the first time this month, or you're just looking to add a few like vegan staple meals to your diet, we're going to show you 3 recipes, breakfast included. These 3 recipes are simple, easy to make, and have plenty of great plant-based protein in them. We've had breakfast. I've had my coffee, and I think you need a bit of caffeine.
I do. I'm going to make myself a matcha. I haven't had matcha for quite a while, but Charlie got me some new matcha powder for Christmas and like a little whisking bowl. So I've kind of started to get back into it, so I'm going to make one of them now. Breaking all the clumps up. And then this is the bit that I always get wrong. You're meant to do it like very lightly on the surface to get the foam, like micro foam.
Is this just a technique that you need to learn? It's like time spent doing it.
I just need to get better. I just end up like breaking up all the foam that I've gotten. It's not too bad. It could be definitely a finer foam, but I just realised I forgot to add my sweetener, and you're meant to do that before you start whisking, so I'm going to ruin all of the bubbles that I've just made. So don't do what I'm doing.
Add your sweetener in before you begin whisking,
Let's see if I can... Yes.
Why don't you just start the whisking from the beginning?
Doesn't really work.
So you, like once you've whisked it, you can't go back.
That's what I found.
Good one to know?
Yeah.
Show people the mug I got you for Christmas.
We're going to start cooking up some lunch now, and we've gone for a nice, easy, simple kind of one pan salad. So it's going to be a warm salad. We've got lots of nice roasted veggies that we're going to add in, some chickpeas for protein. We're going to be adding in rice for a little bit of carbs, and then lots of nice fresh things. So the flavors that we've gone for are kind of Middle Eastern inspired. So we've got lots of nice spices, some dried fruits, and lots of lovely herbs as well. So it's going to be fresh, lightly spiced, and super warming and hearty for this time of year. We've had the oven preheating to 180 degrees Celsius. I'm going to pop these both in now together for around 30 to 40 minutes until the chickpeas are nice and crispy and the veg is soft and maybe a little bit charred as well. This is a great recipe for meal prepping because there's lots of various components. So our plan is to make enough veggies and chickpeas for around 4 servings of the salad plus extra to keep in the fridge so we can use that for other things like wraps, sandwiches, other salads, all different uses like that. So because of that, we are doing things on 2 trays. We've got all our veggies in one and our chickpeas on the other. But if you were just going to be doing this recipe for just the salad, you could probably chuck everything in all together, because we are going to be using the same spices, oil and seasoning on both things. It's just, we can't fit it all on one tray. We're going to cook the rice now, and we're going to be using this aged basmati rice, and you could just do plain normal rice, but to make things a little bit more interesting, we're going to add some spices in with the water whilst it cooks. So we're going to do less than a recommended portion, just because it's going to be mixed with so many other things, and then yeah, like I said, mix it in with some lovely spices and let that cook away on the hob whilst the things are cooking away in the oven.
They've gone lovely and golden, haven't they?
We've got a little side recipe here, which is kind of an optional dressing or drizzle for the top, so you don't have to do it. You could just go in with like a nice squeeze of lemon, drizzle of olive oil or something, and there's so much flavour on all of the elements anyway. We're going to be making a very simple lemony, herby, yogurty dressing with a bit of tahini in as well. So again, this is something that you could definitely meal prep in a large batch. Like I said, you don't have to do it. You could just go with like a little spoonful of hummus or yogurt if you want to add something creamy and extra fresh to the salad.
Although we've only really put a third of each of the things that we made in, you can really quickly see how much food it makes.
Yeah, volume wise.
You think it's going to not be that much, but then in reality, it's loads. Which is really great, because you can cook this much and then it will do 6 full meals.
Or you can mix and match. So you can make a salad.
Of course.
Or you could, like we said, put it in a sandwich and have it with a different carb.
It took a little longer than we expected to film, but we're finished now. It's a bit after lunchtime, and I am really ready to dig in. This is really good. It's fresh, but it's also comforting. I really like the tahini that's in the dressing as well, because it kind of adds a little hummusy feeling to it. And then the pomegranate seeds are like little bursts of sort of fresh fruitiness on the top. It is a really, really good recipe, and I'm so glad we've got a lot of this in the fridge to have all throughout the week. We have come to Brackenwood Garden Centre because our current garden is looking a bit sad. So all of our summer plants have gone over and we need some winter plants.
Well, spring bulbs.
Spring bulbs. But we've missed the window for spring bulbs. We're not actually looking for those like bags of bulbs that you get. What we're looking for is already sprouting bulbs, the ones that are like halfway to a plant.
Yeah.
Come on, point the way. Maybe. Yeah, it's this sort of thing, isn't it? These are high. It's like these ones over here. £2.99 or 10 for 27 quid. Well, I don't think we need 10. They're all narcissi, aren't they? Well, nice to get some narcissi, do you think? I mean, that one looks really good, but is that too far? Which one should we go for?
That one.
That one?
We just got a few little ones, and actually they haven't brought the spring bulbs out yet. So we thought we were a bit late, but we're early. So they'll come back in like a week or two. Yeah, I don't really know how many bulbs we'll need to fill out the board.
Yeah, I think if we get a couple of packs of bulbs, different ones.
Like, is that just going to grow like one hyacinth?
Yeah, I think that's going to be one. Well, that's 2 hyacinths.
So it won't really get that much bigger in terms of like width. Because the thing is with some of the summer ones, like you plant a small one and then it does very much grow and fill out.
Margin. Yeah. I think what we'll do is we'll just plant loads and see what survives.
It is a very cold evening and we are in the mood for something warming and hearty. So we're going to be sharing with you an absolute classic, a staple dish across UK households, and that is a bolognese. So it's kind of be a bit like a ragu bolognese hybrid. And instead of doing it with spaghetti, we're going to be doing it with gnocchi just to mix things up a little bit. We're going to start by cooking the sofrito, which is celery, carrot, onion and garlic. So we've prepped all that off camera, chopped it up nice and fine, and we're going to add that into the pan with some olive oil. For our mince, we're going to be using This Isn't Beef mince, and we either go for this one or the meatless farm coat. We just added the red wine and we're deglazing the pan with it now, cooking it all off. We've got our dried herbs here and we've got half a tablespoon of each. We've got thyme, basil, oregano and parsley. This looks and smells absolutely delicious, and hopefully it's gonna warm me. So good. Gonna go and sit down, probably not even at the table, on the sofa at this point and enjoy this. So we really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Even if you're not a new vegan, hopefully these have inspired you just to create some super simple, easy, delicious meals for you this January after the Christmas mayhem, a little bit of a nice January reset, and we'll see you in the next video.